Welcome everyone to the 12th round of Season 3 in Unlimited Racing 2D. We're here at Le Mans for the French Grand Prix. But now, the paddock's beginning to, have that feeling. Have Alpine now? Have they woken up? Are they back on the A game? The last two races have been Alpine, I wouldn't say dominance, but, you just feel like now they're back on top. I don't think Lando Norris, he might have an answer, but, as you can see in the standings, I think he had like a 12-point gap, and now he's behind by 5 points. So, anything can happen this season in the championship, as we've already seen. But, definitely advantage Alpine. Even in constructors, but constructors really there's no doubt, there's no question about that. That was Alpine's territory. Pole, I'm saying Leclerc, he's run fairly good races around here. It's also a track Max Verstappen likes also. However, in his current car this year, he is nowhere at the top, sadly. So far it looks like Pierre Gasly. He has provisional pole. Norris second. We've seen Norris have a few good qualies, but that's been his, I wouldn't really say downfall, because he's made it up in the race. He's managed to win some races from hitting like P7, P8, so Lando's definitely not that strong in quali. It's the race which really matters for him. Oh, it looks like George Russell though. It looks like he's going to be taking yet another pole position, unless if Charles Leclerc or even Pierre Gasly can do something. Oh no, it looks like George Russell's going to get it. George Russell has pole. Leclerc finishing the front row lockout for Alpine. With Pierre Gasly P3, Lando Norris P4, Esteban Ocon P5. Really good for Mercedes there. Are they still in the battle with Alfa Romeo? I guess this race will really tell us. P6 Sergio Perez, P7 Alex Albon, P8 Alex Lynn, P9 Max Verstappen, P10 Carlos Sainz, P11 Mick Schumacher, P12 Lewis Hamilton, P13 Nico Hülkenberg, P14 Cal Milot, P15 Yuki Tsunoda, P16 Kevin Magnussen, then P17 P18 shared by 2 Red Bulls, and P19 P20 shared by 2 AlphaTauris. Let's get into this. Everyone on the wets. 5 lights up, lights out, and away we go here at Le Mans. It's a really good start from Charles Leclerc. He's already next to, and dare I say, in front of George Russell. Russell, though, gets his elbows out and keeps the lead. Lando Norris, though, going down the inside. He's managed now to take P3, before falling back down to P4. George Russell, though, that's just the start he would have wanted. Pierre Gasly, he also had a pretty good start as well. Look at him on Charles Leclerc. Is he going to go down the inside? But Leclerc again, getting his elbows out. Carlos Sainz though, a shout out to him, he's had a really good start. He started P10, now he's running P5. P5, P6. Now he's on Alex Lynn, and he's managed to bully Alex Lynn off the track. Really good start from Carlos Sainz. Now on to lap 2, looks like it's Alpine 1-2, Lando running P3, Pierre Gasly behind him, and Carlos Sainz finishing off the top 5. Esteban Ocon still there though, battling with 2 Alfa Romeos. This is the part of the race now where, drivers are just trying to stay consistent, strategists, now they're just trying to work out the strategy, see what's the best thing, and see what works. Further down, we rarely get to see what's happening, at the bottom. Nico Hülkenberg battling with Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo manages to get past Hülkenberg there. And Mick Schumacher too. At the front though, it looks like Pierre Gasly's all over Lando Norris. He's going to go down the inside. Lando Norris just covers him off, but Pierre Gasly using some of his errs. Has he got the racing line again? No, he goes slightly wide. but he has P3 for now. Whilst that's been happening, George Russell has also conceded his lead to Charles Leclerc. Must have missed that move, as the two Alpines traded positions. Anybody pitting? No. It'd be silly to pit now. Especially as the rain... It's getting worse a little bit. The whole track is wet, so even if the rain were to stop, the track would still be wet. Again, we've re-entered that stage. Drivers just trying to recharge the batteries. Trying to get ready for that ultimate attack on their rivals. Further back, it looks like Esteban Ocon's really fighting Alex Lynn. Can you get Alex Lynn? No, it's too far away. Any drivers pitting? No, it looks like nobody's pitting yet. Esteban Ocon still on Alex Lynn's tail. However, as I say nobody's pitting, all of a sudden we see 3 drivers pit at once. Lynn, Ocon and Perez. So it looks like whatever the car in front does, you do too. For Esteban Ocon and Sergio Perez. Lewis Hamilton's also in. And Lance Stroll. Drivers are pitting now. They are pitting. Bottas, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Mazepin, they're all in. Up at the top though, no change in positions. I guess because of the car's pace advantage, they are able to stay out a lap longer, you know. What's going to be interesting though, seeing where Lynn, Ocon and Perez come out. Because they were the first drivers, you know, the highest placed drivers to pit first. Will they come out in front of Carlos Sainz or not? There's Lando Norris. I think he's going to be safe. Carlos Sainz. Oh, I don't think Carlos Sainz will be safe. At least not of Alex Lynn. Esteban Ocon's got him too, but Sainz, just like that, has managed to push his way through. Sainz was not getting held up. He was not trying to mess around. At the top though, not much action happening between the two Alpines. Is this strategy? What could this be? Could this be potential tyre saving? Because you don't want to burn out your tyres too quickly, you know, especially when you're on the wet. Oh, Lynn, he's going to have a look on Sergio Perez. He's definitely going to have a cheeky look. Whether he'll get the move done, it's really close. He still has the inside line. He's going to try and push his way through, and so he does. Gets the move done. However, one driver who really needs to get a podium this Grand Prix, Lando Norris, you know. This is probably the first time in his young career that he's felt pressure and that he has to get something done. Because if he does not overtake Pierre Gasly, as we see Sergio Perez overtake Alex Lynn, a really clean overtake there. If Lando does not overtake Pierre Gasly, that gap will definitely increase. And Pierre Gasly's made a really good gap between the two drivers, you know. Really good. About, you know, 3 second gap. 3.64 seconds now. The gap between Gasly and Norris is the same between Gasly and Russell. So that's really saying something, and obviously the Alpines are in a faster car. Anybody gonna pit? No, probably not. The track is still wet. Next up though, don't be surprised to see drivers pit. This could potentially be a 2-stop race. If you pit and put on, you know, fit on the hard tires, that may be the strategy and that may be the way to go. Now back markers are going to start making the race a little bit juicier. Do you pit now? I don't think you should pit now, honestly. The track may not look that dry, that damp, sorry. But trust me, it really is. Anybody going to pit? No, Leclerc's not doing it, Russell's not doing it. Pierre Gasly? No. Lando Norris? No. Mazepin? Yes. I mean, I guess he is a lap driver, so he's got nothing to lose. He's running last. But Carlos Sainz has made the move. He's made the dive into the pits. As does Perez, Ocon Lin, Max Verstappen stays out, as does Alex Albon. Sainz on the hards. As I said, Perez also on the hards. Ocon should be, and he is, as is Alex Lin. Ooh, Russell and Leclerc though, now they're battling, finally. They're having the battle that we wanted to see. In they both come in though. If you picture on that lap, you know, Carlos Sainz surely can get an undercut down on somebody. Or was he just a little bit too far away? George Russell though has gone onto the soft tyres. Charles Leclerc's gone the other way onto the hard. Norris and Gasly both on the soft. So Leclerc's thinking, I'm going to have to switch the strategy here. That's the only way I'm going to get him. Hope that his tyres die right at the end of the race in the last lap. And hopefully pounce on him then. That is the thought process behind Leclerc and his side of the pits. Anyway, Sainz did he manage? I don't think he managed to get a jump actually. I think Sainz held position, if memory serves me well. Up front though, looks like the gap has increased. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because Russell's on the softs. Although getting held up by Lance Stroll like that isn't going to help his cause to increase the gap before, you know, Leclerc has the better tyres. As we've already seen, tyres can go sort of a long way around this circuit. 2 stops, that really should be what you're making around here. Other tracks is 3 or maybe even 4, so tyre deg isn't too bad around here. It's worse than other tracks. Leclerc though is much closer on this lap. The gap now less than a second, although Lance Stroll once again on the same corner, not making it easy for an Alpine to lap him. Russell may be in a little bit of trouble in the last 2 laps. Honestly, at this current stage, dare I say, advantage Charles Leclerc. Look at that exit. He's got much more rear grip. And Callum Ilot's not helping that cause. He's going to go around the outside, which now becomes the inside. Charles Leclerc now manages to take P1. But for how long? Mazepin makes a 3rd stop. Will he be like Lance Stroll, holding up the Alpines? Yeah, Russell's tyres are gone. His tyres are finished. So Charles Leclerc made the right move, the right decision. Leclerc will surely win this race. Unless if Mazepin really helps George Russell. He's done a really good job not to let Leclerc pass so far. But yeah, I think it's safe to say Mazepin will not be on Leclerc's Christmas list this year. Further back, who's on the hards? The thing is, the hards that Albon's on, he's far away, that's the thing as well. Lando Norris, he knows how much this podium, will mean for the championship. But I don't think he's going to get it. I think that may just go to Pierre Gasly. There aren't any back markers between those two. However, Charles Leclerc, after having a really intense battle with Mazepin, not only wins out there, but wins the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc wins the race at Le Mans. P2, George Russell. P3, Pierre Gasly. Lando Norris taking P4. Is this the day that Lando Norris, at least mentally, will not win the championship? I don't know. Alex Albon P5. What a drive from him. P6, Carlos Sainz. P7, Sergio Perez. P8, Max Verstappen. P9, Esteban Ocon. P10, Alex Lynn. P11, Lewis Hamilton. P12, Lance Stroll. That's a really good drive from Lance Stroll. The AlphaTaurian managing to get P12. Good 8 points. His teammate, on the other hand, looked like he was more concerned in Charles Leclerc. Callum Ilott P13, Kevin Magnussen P14, Mick Schumacher P15, Nico Hülkenberg P16, Yuki Tsunoda P17, Daniel Ricciardo P18, Valtteri Bottas P19, and as I said, Nikita Mazepin last. This is how the championship looks like now. Charles Leclerc leading the championship by 7 points. That's a good gap, you know. Even if he finishes P2 next time out, he'll still be leading by 2. That's important. That's really important for the championship, you know. Then Lando Norris, I think P3. That may be the position he finishes. Although you can never doubt him. It was a surprise that he was battling for the championship, and it's still a surprise that he's this close to the championship, you know. Only, what's it, 15 points now to Leclerc. That's still close, and anything can happen in the sport. Carlos Sainz still in front of Pierre Gasly, even though Gasly managed to get that podium. Albon in his battle with Perez, that was really important, that P5. Esteban Ocon P8, not the best weekend, he lost positions, but he's ahead of Max Verstappen. Alex Lynn's also part of that battle. Lewis Hamilton P11, rumours are he could be retiring this year. Nico Hülkenberg P12, Mick Schumacher P13, Callum Ilott P14, Kevin Magnussen P15, Yuki Tsunoda P16, Daniel Ricciardo P17, Lance Stroll after those really good points, P18, Valtteri Bottas P19, Nikita Mazepin P20. Constructors wise, here's how it looks. Look at the gap though between not Alpine and McLaren, but between Force India and Williams. You can't separate those two. Ferrari are 7th, Haas 8th, Red Bull 9th, and AlphaTauri 10th. 3 races to go. Next time out, we'll be in Australia, Melbourne, Albert Park, for the Australian Grand Prix. Can't wait to see them. Thank you and goodbye.